Live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, welcome to Hey Coach on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance. You do your thing. We've got you covered. Hey Coach is also brought to you by Everwood, the official treated lumber of Alabama athletics. Ford, get the job done right in a Ford F-150, the smartest F-150 ever. Raise your game and visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Toyota, visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy, and by McMurray Van. Rent local with McMurray Van and Car Rental. We offer the perfect vehicle for any need. Proudly serving Alabama. Visit us today for a hassle-free rental experience. Now, live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, this is Hey Coach.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. Chris Stewart with you from Baumhower's Victory Grille. One of our favorite spots. It's your official watch party location of the Crimson Tide. We appreciate everybody that's joined us here tonight for our live program as we talk about all things Bama athletics and a lot to cover. Men's and women's NCAA basketball tournament will have a heavy Crimson Tide flavor to it. Head coach Nate Oats joins us right out of the gate tonight on the program. He'll be with us in about 5 minutes from right now, talking about his team's first-round matchup against Robert Morris University. The Tide heading to Cleveland to play there in the first round of the NCAA tournament as the number 2 seed. Also tonight, we'll talk postseason with Alabama Gymnastics coach Ashley Johnston and her assistant Ryan Fuller. We'll be talking, or excuse me, not her assistant, Alabama gymnast Ryan Fuller. My apologies. But Ryan and Coach Johnson will be with us to discuss the SEC championships that are coming up. The Tide qualifying for that once again in Birmingham will be the site. We'll discuss that with Coach Johnston and with Ryan coming up in about 25 minutes from now. And also, we're talking Alabama women's basketball with head coach Christy Curry and one of the top shooters in the history of the program, Aaliyah Nye, the guard forward for Alabama, will be here and joining us with Coach Curry. So look forward to visiting with them and talking about the Tide's NCAA tournament matchup, the first round game upcoming for Alabama, and what they will need to do in order to make it to Birmingham themselves for the NCAA regionals. So do look forward to all of that. And again, a way you can keep up with everything going on with the Crimson Tide is to check out Crimson Drive Thursday afternoons on all CTSN social media outlets. Crimson Drive is live Thursdays at 2 o'clock, so be sure to join us for the latest on Alabama athletics. And if you missed that, don't forget about keeping up with all things Bama through the mobile app that's presented by Cadence Bank. It's available at the App Store and at Google Play. Download that Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app now for free. And for you Bama fans in North Alabama and really all over the state, the New Wave Meet and Greet with Ryan Williams and Jalen Mbakwe has been rescheduled for Saturday, March 29th. It's going to be at Sand Mountain Park and Amphitheater in Albertville. Ryan and Jalen will now be at that Sand Mountain Park from 2 until 3 on Saturday, March 29th, meeting Bama fans, signing autographs and taking pictures. So mark your calendars now for this new date. Looking forward to talking Bama men's basketball with head coach Nate Oats. It's coming up next here at Baumhower's Victory Grille on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What's up, Tide fans? This is Mark Sears reminding you that the best defense against ants, spiders, mosquitoes, and other pests is Cook's Pest Control. Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. Cook's Centricon system is today's best technology for termite control. Protect your house with pest control you can trust. Call Cook's today for a free inspection.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we're proud to sponsor the University of Alabama Athletics and prouder to take the field or court with you. Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Hey there, Bob Baumhower again, and it's time to hoop it up at Baumhower's Victory Grill with our Slam Dunk specials. It's nothing but net with a pound of our world-famous wings. Tip it off with our party-ready trays, including traditional wings, buttermilk fried chicken tenders, and hot lips, to name a few. Want a cold beer with those wings? How about $7.99 pitchers of Yingling served all day? 7 days a week. Break out those brackets and bring the gang to the best watch party place in town. Baumhower's Victory Grill, the true king of wings.
This segment of Hey Coach is presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Well, March Madness is here. Baumhower's got their slam dunk specials, favorites like their fresh, never frozen, award-winning traditional buffalo wings, tasty Bam Bam shrimp, and buttermilk fried chicken tenders, all served with dunkable scratch-made buttermilk ranch special starting at $7.99. A great place to watch the NCAA tournament where, of course, you'll see the Alabama men and women in action. And we start things off tonight talking men's hoops. Head coach Nate Oats with us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill. Coach, great to see you. Congratulations again on another NCAA tournament berth. I know it's not something that you take for granted, even though it is a regular occurrence for you. Unbelievable what's transpired. Fifth straight NCAA tournament, matching the school record, which has happened on two other occasions, 02 through 06, under Mark Gottfried and, of course, Wimp Sanderson's teams from 82 to 86. That's another one of those that Stephen Gonzalez probably dropped in you weren't even aware of.
I didn't even know. So this is
only the third time that we've had 5 straight appearances.
Have they ever had 6?
Not till next year.
All right, we're going to break that next year.
I may be wrong. I said that hasn't happened before, but I'm looking forward to 6 next year. But getting to this first, let's get the most recent, get it out of the way. The SEC tournament, another great event. It held chalk to get to the semifinal Saturday, and then unfortunately one of the semifinals held chalk as the 2 seed did win. Florida, a great team coach, has been playing terrific right now.
No, Florida's playing really well. You got to give them a lot of credit. We didn't handle their physicality as well as we needed to. I thought we played really well for the first 22 minutes or so. You know, we were up 1 when Grant went out. We hit the 3 to go up 1, 48-47. early in the second half with 18 minutes and some change left. And then, they made like a 7-0 run in about a minute. They hit a 3 to go up 2. We got the F1 on, Chris was trying to crash, tried to swim. He got the guy in the head. So they gave him an F1, make both free throws. Another one, all of a sudden it goes from up 1 to down 6 in a hurry, and it just seemed like we could never recover. I think things would have been a lot different if Grant had been healthy the whole game. It hurt not having him in. But we got to do better. We've got to compete a little harder when things aren't going our way, when some adversity hits. I hope we take that lesson, take it into the NCAA tournament, because, last year things weren't going great in the second game of the tournament against Grand Canyon, and we had to right the ship. Mo Diabate came in, got us playing well. We ended up winning that game, and then going on and going to a Final Four. And things weren't perfect against Carolina or Clemson either. So, things aren't going to go perfect for you all the time. We got to handle adversity a little bit better. We got to play with some toughness even when things aren't going our way, and just keep fighting, scrapping, clawing, staying in the game. So, got to give Florida a lot of credit. They earned the 1 seed. We ended up getting a 2 seed overall. The SEC got 2 out of the 1 seeds, and then I think 2 of the 2 seeds with us in Tennessee. Right. So 4 out of the top 8 seeds go to the SEC. We got the toughest league in the country. Hopefully that prepares everybody in the SEC to have good runs in the NCAA tournament. I think we've got a solid draw. We go to Cleveland. We get Robert Morris, who I played twice when I was up at Buffalo. And then, we get the winner of Vanderbilt and St. Mary. And typically you wouldn't play another SEC school till at least their Sweet 16. But with 14 teams from one league, and it's impossible to make that happen. So, we chance we play another SEC team in the second round if we both won our first round games.
You had a great performance against Kentucky. Find a happy medium, but we'll move on from the tournament itself, Coach. The Robert Morris squad, as you said, 28-6, I believe. Phenomenal season for them as well. There are no bad teams, but this is where your schedule, not just in terms of great, high-quality opponents. I think 25 of your 33 games came against NCAA tournament teams, Coach, but also the different styles that you faced. There's not a whole lot that you could see in the tournament that you haven't already seen somewhere in your schedule.
Yeah, I agree. Kentucky, like you referenced, we played them in the quarterfinals, and they're a 3 seed. We handle them pretty well. They're a 3 seed, and I guess going to be picked to win first round, maybe second round, go to Sweet 16. So, so you play a team like Kentucky that spreads you out, plays through their 5 on the perimeter a lot of 3-point shooting over the floor. Then you go to Florida, where they got 2 bigs in most of the time. They're throwing the post a little bit more, but their guards are coming off ball screens, and they're different than Kentucky. You play a team like Mississippi State that's, obviously got Hubbard, but they're a little different. But Auburn's got maybe the best big in the country. But, you kind of go down, and different teams in the SEC play differently. Tennessee is one of the toughest, most physical teams in the country. So I think different styles have prepared us to play different teams in the NCAA tournament. And right now, we told our guys we're in a 4-team tournament. We got to win this 4-team tournament. Then we get another 4-team tournament the following weekend, and we have no idea who's going to be in that, because who you think's going to win doesn't always win.
Sure.
So let's not worry about who's in that bracket and this bracket. Let's just 4 teams, all locked in on Robert Morris, Vanderbilt, St. Mary's, and the players really just need to get locked in on Robert Morris. The staff's worried about the other 2. We'll get to the other 2 when it's time for the players. Right now, we're just going to lock in on winning a 4-team tournament, then recalibrating after Sunday, figure out who the next 4-team tournament is, and win that.
So what can you tell us about Robert Morris right now?
So they've got they switched leagues. Back when we played them, they were in the Northeastern Conference, NEC. They're now in the Horizon. They've got the Player of the Year, and I don't even want to pronounce it wrong, Fulgaris.
Works for me.
He's very skilled big, step out, make threes, rebounds it, can drive you perimeter. He's super skilled. He's not their leading scorer, though, but he was a Conference Player of the Year between points, rebounds, everything else he does. Their leading scorer is point guard Cam Woods, who's from Bessemer. So he's from Alabama. He actually played on an AAU team with Sears and Youngblood. So, some of our guys are familiar with him. And then they've also got the defensive player of the year in the league. He's super athletic, kind of plays more like a 4 for him. So they've got the and his name's slipping me right now. If you gave me
and I'm trying to find it too, Coach. I'm sorry.
He's number 3, and I don't know why I don't have his name down, but number 3. He's their defensive player of the year in the league. Super athletic, kind of plays more like the 4 for him. So they've got scoring, rebounding between Cam Woods, Fulgaris. They got defensive presence, athleticism with defensive player of the year. They play extremely hard. And, I don't think they're going to be scared of us because they've won a lot of games this year. But, we've got them, and we're going to have to play well to beat them. I mean, there's certainly been 15 over-2s throughout the course of the tournament, and we got to make sure we take care of business there.
All right, we got limited time with you, so I'll make sure Pee Wee gets to say hello to you. Pee Wee, go ahead with Coach.
Hey, Coach, how are you, sir?
Doing good, Pee Wee. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'll make this real quick. Just if you had to pick a player or players that you wanted to see the most improvement or consistency entering this tournament, who would that be?
It's a good question. Going into the last tournament, I think somebody asked me a similar question. I said, who the X factors were. I think I said Jaron Stevenson. We got great play out of him. I thought he's played as good as he has all year. Mo Diabate, I thought he was pretty good too. So those two we've got headed the right direction. Honestly, from where the SEC tournament was to going into the NCAA tournament, I'd probably say Cliff. And I think Cliff's capable of a lot more, and he knows it, and he wants to bring it for us. I think he can be the most dominant big in the country when he's locked in. He had that Kentucky game. He had 16 rebounds. So, and he's a great kid, and he's played in a lot of college basketball games. We need him to be better for us. He'd be one. And then, maybe Mark, as much as you hate to say it. Mark's been really good for us. But, you saw what he's capable of throughout a lot of different games this year, and you see what's he capable of during the NCAA tournament last year. We know how good he can be, and kind of those two are, Mark's our best offensive player. Cliff needs to be anchoring the defense, so we need the two of them both to be at an elite level for us going through this tournament, and the two of them kind of combined can really carry this team as far as it's going to go. And obviously it'd be nice to have Grant playing like he did in the first half against Florida. We need to get him healthy. Not sure he'll be ready by Friday. We're hoping at a minimum he'd be ready by Sunday, and with the possibility of maybe Friday. But I thought he played pretty well. We dodged one. It wasn't anything too serious with his knee, but for sure will be questionable for that first game Friday.
Thank you for the call, Pee Wee. Coach, the assist to Tom Stipe, Marion Dickerson is the 6'7", 185-pound junior that you're talking about on defense.
Yes, that is him.
And he's a Cleveland native, too. He'll be going to his hometown to play.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. He's really good, though. He super athletic, moves well, can guard kind of 1 through 5. Yeah, Dickerson's his name for sure. So good work, Tom. Nice job.
Good work, Stipe. All right, so walk for our audience how prep takes place. I know you got a big staff, but you watch the selection show, and you don't know who you're going to play, but you've probably got a list of teams you think maybe, or a full database. Just tell us how you pull and get ready to get the full scout going.
So we were 99% sure we were going to be a 2 seed. So you've got all the bracketologists out there. We basically had already gone through and looked at who all the 15 seeds were, the possibilities, the 8 to 10 teams. And we had pulled databases on, their last 5 games. Actually, more than that for the guys that are watching it. But for me, it's like the last 5. Then I've got a whole database I go through on all their different stuff, pick and roll defense, underneath out of bound defense, all these different things. So they had the games, databases all pulled for all these teams. As soon as it's announced who we have all that stuff ready to roll. So we've got 3 different assistants that help Coach Adams with the defense. It was ironic that on the other side of this 4-team bracket, Vanderbilt was one of them. So Ben Potts had already had the Vanderbilt scout during Vanderbilt, so he kept Vanderbilt. Brady Goka and Christian Pino split the other one. So Christian took the first one, Robert Morris. Brady took St. Mary's, so they all went in and dove all in all Sunday evening, late into Sunday night. So we had a pretty full scout on all 3 teams by the time we reconvened this morning. This morning we got together, made sure there was nothing too out of the ordinary. You know, do we need to walk through, do anything today on one of the other 2 teams just to hit it a little bit, because we're going to give them tomorrow off. I think the most important thing we can do is be fresh. Right. So, you know, they're going to go in with Clark, get shots up, but we're not officially practicing. I want them super fresh mentally, physically, everything. So we practiced today, didn't go super hard, walked through a lot of Robert Morris stuff, went through some offensive stuff, a lot of skill work, some stuff. It wasn't like live first team versus second team, but we had some live versus scout team stuff today. But it was light, it was short. Tomorrow will be off. Wednesday we go in, and that's the one big day. So we'll get mainly all Robert Morris stuff and maybe just hit one of the other 2 teams if they're probably not Vandy because we've already played them, but if there's anything St. Mary's does that's just significantly different than anything that our base package would cover, we'll just hit it a little bit because we're not, you know, we only have one day and it's not live between the 2 games. Yeah. So we'll spend most of our time on Robert Morris. We'll fly out, get there to Cleveland, shoot Wednesday night in Cleveland, Thursday have a practice shoot in the arena we play in Thursday, ready to roll Friday, get the win Friday, make sure the full scout's in. We'll, you know, we play early enough Friday, we'll probably do an introductory scout report on whoever will win the other side Friday night. Thursday, Saturday morning, walk through everything, shoot, be ready to roll Sunday whenever they tell us we got to play. And it's all based on TV. So sure. TV tells you when you're playing in this thing. You've been in enough now. When it's just five in a row for us now, and you've been through a few games. Been
through a couple, Coach. It's always exciting, though. It's not taken for granted. Congratulations on the accomplishment. Thanks so much for the time, and we look forward to talking again next week with some more good stuff to discuss.
Sounds good. Appreciate you having me on again.
Anytime.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Coach Nate Oats with us here from Baumhower's Victory Grille, kind of giving us a preview of a lot of different things as it relates to his squad and the coming week, we hope coming month, as the Tide begins its run in March for the NCAA men's basketball tournament. We're coming back in just a moment here at Baumhower's Victory Grille. We'll tell you who our Everwood Performer of the Week is next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Domino's delivers game day across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned in Tuscaloosa for 30-plus years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama basketball and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Just visit RollDomino's.com. Thanks for your business and Roll Tide.
See the call as we make the call. Watch the Courtside Cam presented by NASCAR for each Alabama home basketball game. Streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms, you can get a front row seat to every big play and every reaction from the Alabama radio crew for men's and women's basketball. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X at UA_CTSN.
Wide open 9, left corner 3. Switch!
Barkley makes it easy.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Hey, Bama fans. Tuscaloosa Drug Company is a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. We've been serving our community and the University Athletic Department for over a decade. There are 3 locations in the Tuscaloosa and Northport area to serve you. We understand the importance of prompt and efficient service. That's why we strive to provide service that you can rely on, where we know you by name. The next time you have a medication need, call who the Tide calls, Tuscaloosa Drug.
The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast.
Looking to make a statement? Fast Signs of Tuscaloosa is more than fast and more than signs. With our incredible range of signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement with Fast Signs. Stop in today or visit fastsigns.com. A proud partner of Alabama Athletics. Let's create something amazing together.
Thanks to McMurray Van and Car Rental for their partnership with us here on the network. Rent local with McMurray Van and Car Rental. They offer the perfect vehicle for any need. Proudly serving Alabama. Visit today for a hassle-free rental experience at McMurray Van and Car Rental. Chris Stewart back with you at Baumhower's Victory Grille. Great to have you with us, and great to welcome in from Alabama Gymnastics head coach Ashley Johnston, and also Ryan Fuller from her squad. Ladies, good to see you both.
Great to see you as well. Thanks for having us.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Earning a spot in the SEC championships and getting to come to Birmingham to participate. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, we're extremely excited. This schedule, this year, this lineup of competitions, we have faced the fiercest of opponents, and all has really just prepared us and helped us learn a lot to be ready to go and have a great weekend. And we're excited to be in Birmingham. So anybody who's in town, I encourage you to get your tickets, show up, represent the Bama Nation, and just help our ladies have a really great night with a sold-out crowd. It would be incredible.
All right, we'd like to let you do the introduction of your young ladies, and I said who she was, but we'll let you do the introduction of Ryan.
Absolutely. So Ryan Fuller here. Actually, I think the fun fact about Ryan for me is that as a new staff coming back to my alma mater 2.5 years ago, Ryan was actually our first commit. Awesome. And so that's fun for us because as we were reshaping our culture, our program, what we wanted to be about, we talked about this concept of fierce joy. And it was blending a fierce mentality and competition with this joyful approach. And Ryan was somebody who just really embodied that from the start for us. And it's been neat to see her come into the program, make such an impact, really have ownership and mastery over learning how to compete at this level. I remember her saying that was something she wanted to get better at. She was already a great competitor, but then coming here and wanting to really take that up another notch. And I think she has proved that week in and week out to get better and better in the toughest of environments, and has just been a really influential part of our team. So you're going to love getting to know her over the next 4 years.
So Ryan, I would imagine that it was used in the sales pitch to get you to sign with Alabama and commit that you were, hey, you can be the first to commit to us. Talking about Coach Johnson and the staff, do you remember that experience, and what was it besides just being the first that sold you on the University of Alabama?
Yeah, going through the recruiting process, it was amazing, but I always was told you're going to have a feeling when you get onto campus. And I was always kind of like, yeah, okay, I'll have this feeling. But once I stepped on campus at Bama, after talking to the coaches, meeting the girls, like everything that they talked about when recruiting me was real. And I got to experience that on my visit. And I had that feeling and knew this is where I want to be for the next 4 years.
The brick and mortar is very special. Architecturally, it's as pretty as any campus you'll find anywhere. But it really does get down to people, doesn't it? I mean, in terms of determining where you want to go and what you want to be a part of.
Yeah, of course. It was coming from California, just coming to this side, and everybody was so sweet when I got onto campus too. I felt so welcomed and at home. The girls were just amazing. They welcomed me in with open arms. I've gotten so close with even our upperclassmen. Like, people have just been so sweet and welcoming and just made me feel like I fit in perfectly. So
that really is different here. I think people forget that have been in the South for a certain amount of time. But I remember coming from Chicago, and I remember my first day walking to a class, and somebody was holding a door for me, like way too far in front of me. And anybody back home, I would have been like, why in the world are you holding this door for me? Like, this is weird.
In California, that just doesn't happen.
It just doesn't happen. And we try to explain that to people, and it's hard to really get that until you're here. And so I think sometimes we lose sight of that when we're here and just in our day-to-day life. But that's something that's so special about Alabama, about this community, is we really go out of our way to help people. And you feel that as somebody who's out of town, coming onto campus, you feel like you're surrounded by a network of people who want to help you be your best, from professors to coaches to students to everybody that kind of lives and breathes the Sweet Home Alabama mentality. You feel that when you're coming, from somewhere else, I think. I know I did.
Well, nobody was going to help you get into the SEC championship.
No,
you had to go earn it yourself. An incredibly deep, talented league, and to qualify for the conference championship. It's just different now. I know, please don't hit me when I say this, but when you were a gymnast, things have changed so much within the league in that short amount of time since you were a student athlete and now as a young head coach.
Yeah.
How
Are you
about
saying
that?
I'm getting old?
Nope. I'm trying everything in my power not to say it. That's the reason I took my time in phrasing that.
No, you're so right. And this is actually the first year that there's a team that's left out of our SEC championship.
Right.
Up to this point, every single team has been a part of it. And so that certainly added a heightened pressure and expectation, especially at a program like Alabama that has a legacy and a responsibility to compete at the very highest level. But I think the thing that we lose sight of is any team in the SEC could win a national championship.
Sure.
Even if you're out of the SEC championship, you can still win a national championship.
Right.
And so it really is about building momentum, continuing to make progress, not paying attention to all the things that people like to say on the outside. And for us as a team, we're excited to compete this weekend, but we have every single goal in front of us still. From SECs to regionals to nationals, we have some great opportunities in front of us, and have shown that we can hang with the best of the best. And there's been a couple times we've come up short, but there's been a couple times we've come out ahead. And so this team has learned and grown so incredibly much over the season, and we're at a really good place to just keep taking off.
Sure. Ryan, got to be excited. First chance to participate in this and in the postseason. Everything about it when it's your first year, I know, is exciting, but especially when you're talking about postseason competition.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. Looking up to all my upperclassmen, just taking in every moment, just going out there with the same goal that we started with, handle the noise. It's great that we have it in Birmingham with all of our fans, but this is 4 great teams, so it's going to be a great meet no matter what.
Tickets available, and hoping to see a ton of Crimson inside Legacy Arena when the SEC championships take place on Saturday. Coach, best of luck. Congratulations again on you and your team earning the spot, and always appreciate you taking time to come visit with us.
Appreciate it. Hope to see everybody there. 2:30 on Saturday.
2:30 on Saturday in Birmingham. Coach Ashley Johnson and Ryan Fuller from Alabama Gymnastics kind enough to join us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill for Hey Coach. Our Everwood Performance of the Week presented, I should say, by Everwood Treatment Company. Everwood's the official treated lumber of Alabama athletics. Everwood, wood treated right. The award goes to Bobby Alcock, who crafted a career-best effort on the mound in his 5th start of the spring. 7 scoreless innings yesterday as Bama beat Texas A&M and swept the Aggies. The senior 4 hits allowed, picking up a career-best 8 strikeouts. He was terrific. So was the Tide. They sweep the Aggies. They move to 12th in the country now this week in the national polls. Everwood is wood treated right. We're coming back with more in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for T-Town. The University of Alabama Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big roll tide, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tide pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Being a Chevron car these days has been quite the adventure. Miami to Seattle, ocean to ocean. I've stopped at so many states and collected so many bumper stickers. Sometimes I feel like a moving passport book. It's just so great what I can do with Chevron with Chevron, because it gives me unbeatable mileage and keeps my engine clean. Plus, there are so many Chevrons along the way. Now the only thing I'm worried about is where to go next and where to put all my new bumper stickers. Chevron with Chevron, fueled by possibility.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
Coleman Coliseum gives the Tide a big home court advantage. When it comes to your home, count on Tri-Green Equipment to give you a big tried-and-true advantage with our lineup of John Deere equipment. From riding mowers, compact utility tractors, gators, to large agricultural equipment, they've got serious game. Plus, the tried-and-true Tri-Green team is always there when you need an assist. Stop by one of our locations or visit TriGreenEquipment.com. Proud sponsors of Alabama Crimson Tide basketball.
Tigers too fast down the floor. They lose control of the ball. Stolen away by Alabama. Green in the right corner to Collins. Now Nye right wing. Her three. String music. 60-50. Alabama by 10 once again.
This segment of Hey Coach presented by Homewood Suites by Hilton in downtown Tuscaloosa. Make yourself at home, stay in comfort, and enjoy the great options of the on-site 205 restaurant and bar. Homewood Suites by Hilton in Tuscaloosa, proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. Welcome back into Hey Coach presented by Alfa Insurance, auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. Chris Stewart back with you here at Baumhower's. Time for us to talk women's basketball with the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Christy Curry, and one of her great student athletes, Aaliyah Nye. Ladies, welcome first and foremost, and congratulations. An incredible accomplishment going back to the NCAA tournament, a 3rd consecutive year. Coach, 4 times now in 5 seasons. From a program standpoint, put it into context, what that means to you and in the recruiting trail right now.
Well, just happy for these players. I mean, they're the ones that have put all the hard work in. I mean, we're just trying to steer the ship right, you know. I mean, all the credit goes to these kids. I mean, they've done a great job of, you know, what they've done with the program, how we've continued to elevate it. And, you know, I guess with COVID, we would have gone, 5 out of 5? You know, but that COVID year was kind of out of our control. But I'm just really proud of how we've built the program, the kind of people, and this young lady is the best shooter in the country, is an amazing person, her character. She's working on her MBA, so it's a true student-athlete story, right. And we're really proud of her.
Understandably so, Aaliyah. When you hear that, I know you're about the team, but when you hear your coach talk about you and the individual accomplishments, is it soaked in yet, what you've been able to do in your 3 years at Bama?
I don't think it's soaked in. I think once I'm done, I'll just reflect on everything that I've done. But I know she said we work hard, but the coaches work just as hard as us just to put us in those positions. I wouldn't have that many threes or be the best three-point shooter if I didn't have these coaches putting me in the right positions. They work hard just as we do, too.
what does it mean to have a coach who has the confidence in you to let it fly? Because that's a big part of it, I know, is not just the ability, but knowing that you've got the coach's trust.
Yeah, I mean, they put the work in, we put the work in. I think they just trust that I've worked hard, and I think it's important to have coaches that believe in you. I believe that playing is a mental game as well as it is a physical game. So just knowing that they have trust in me, I really appreciate it, and it helps a lot.
Look, she should shoot it from downtown Tuscaloosa. She can shoot it from anywhere. And, we give all of them the green light. I think with her, it's just, she's phenomenal. So do not pass up any open shots, right? None. Zero. And,
Zero.
She can shoot it from anywhere, anytime. So it's kind of fun to, have that confidence, knowing we have that confidence in her, hopefully.
Sure. Coach, a heck of a team, and we want to get more thoughts from you on where things are and where they're going as you get ready for this NCAA tournament matchup. Your 13th as a head coach in the NCAA tournament, but we're coming back with more from Baumhower's Victory Grill in just a moment of the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live courtside cam, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus Hey Coach. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes and coaches that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Alabama Crimson Tide. Hey Bama fans, this is Roger Hoover. Each Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics, with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR.
Crimson Tide fans, this season don't lose out on your home comfort. Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics and has been delivering the highest standards in home comfort across Birmingham for over 60 years. If you're looking for a great team and elite service from a quality company that cares, you can't miss with Brown in Birmingham. Score big this year with Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Visit brownheatingandcooling.com/specials to save on your next service. Roll Tide!
DCH has a new dedicated unit especially for children. At DCH, we recognize how the entire family is affected when a child is sick, injured, or living with a chronic medical condition. Our board-certified pediatricians specialize in providing our youngest patients, from birth through adolescence, the best care appropriate to their developmental level, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. DCH Pediatrics, making a big difference in little lives.
1225 is your ultimate game day destination. Catch the game on one of their 35 big screen high-def TVs, combined with an extensive menu of mouth-watering food and refreshing drinks. Juicy burgers, crispy wings, craft beers, signature cocktails. 1225, where the energy is high, the screens are massive, and the excitement is contagious. Visit 1225 on the Strip in Tuscaloosa, less than 2 blocks from Bryant-Denny Stadium. 1225 Sports Bar, where sports, food, and fun collide.
Tired of being just another patient at your chain pharmacy? Make the switch to Payless Drugs. With 5 convenient locations in Bessemer, Birmingham, Fairfield, Morris, and Springfield, our knowledgeable team can provide personalized medication reviews and supplement recommendations, deliver medications to your door, and more. Visit mypaylessdrugs.com to transfer today. We're just what the doctor ordered.
Here's Weathers with a steal. Stolen right away from Boston. Got it right back to Barker. Here comes Bama. Barker to Nye. Left side three. Bullseye! Aaliyah Nye buries the three-pointer, making it 63-48. Alabama over Auburn with 2:20 to go.
Roger Hoover on the call of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. The aforementioned Aaliyah Nye with us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill, and her head coach, Christy Curry. Our show brought to you in part by Alabama 811 to help prevent injuries, outages, and loss of life. Call 811 or visit al811.com. Before you dig, it's free, it's simple, it's the law. Is it, Coach, any different now that you get from regular season SEC tournament now to postseason play? How different is preparation, if at all, from what we normally see?
Well, I think we stay consistent, right? Coaches, we're creatures of habit, and we stay in our routine. I think the biggest thing now is just, we spend a week. You want to know who you're playing. You want to be able to watch some actual film. And so you watch so many games just trying to guesstimate because you see Charlie Cream's bracket. So you're trying to look at all the 12 and 13 seeds, see if you're a 4 or 5. So you've got about 14 to 18 teams we were kind of looking at. So watched every game that we could that was live, and thankful now to have an opponent. Green Bay happened to be one of those, so I had a chance to watch them in the Horizon League final against IPFW. So kind of a little bit ahead with them and understand who they are and what they're about, and excited. Just we're happy to be watching some actual film scout. And then Maryland, obviously really familiar with them, and also Norfolk because we played Norfolk. Norfolk beat Missouri and Auburn, and we were fortunate to beat them. Which was a really good quad game for us. So, yeah, we're pretty familiar with all these folks and just excited now to be watching actual film.
Aaliyah, just to know, to be able to watch the selection show without any concern, because I've watched those before when you're a bubble team, and those can be exciting, but it's really no fun because the nerves, and unless you see your name called very early in that show, it can be miserable. Knowing that you're in the tournament, but still to hear that name called, how exciting was it?
I mean, it's very exciting. If you think about it, it's hard to get into the NCAA tournament. I know I came from a program where we didn't compete for the NCAA tournament, and when I got here, we were able to do that. And I think it's just exciting, like you get to compete for a national championship, and it's exciting hearing your name.
Coach, there may be places where they do it really quick. I'm talking about go from not being in the tournament to being in, but it's kind of a shaky foundation. It took a little while to get this to where you're a regular participant, but now that's not a foreign thing. We talked about it. 4 out of 5 years, COVID, I think the only year where it didn't happen. And it's an expectation now. Now you're just improving seeding as you've done every year. How have you been able to do that?
Well, I think, it's been our administration's support. We've worked really, really hard. I believe you can be the hardest worker in the room, and sometimes we've worked, with maybe less than others, but I feel like there are other intangibles that we have here. Having a blueprint for that at Purdue and Texas Tech.
Sure.
I think at the end of the day, it's just a matter, too, of making sure that you don't take shortcuts with character. I mean, the players that we've had in our program are incredible people and workers and gritty and hard-nosed and blue collar, and we love that mentality. I think, at the end of the day, you look at us, I think we're in the NIT our 3rd year, another NIT. So the program was in bad shape, and so it was going to take a minute. And so Coach Battle's belief, Greg's belief, it's been fun to build this, and we knew that was a challenge coming in, and we've loved every minute of it. Excited about the future, our recruiting class, our players that are coming back, and so we're just anxious to continue the tradition. These guys are leaving a legacy. That's what they expect. I can't let them down. They want to come back and say, we were a part of that, building that, and we want you guys to continue.
Real quick, because I've only got a second with you, but the carrot in front is if you can win 2 games, get to come back and play in Birmingham. How special would that be?
Oh, gosh.
Because that's almost sold out.
You don't understand, to bring Sarah Ashley back and to bring this young lady back that grew up in Huntsville. But Sarah Ashley won a couple state titles in Legacy Arena.
Sure.
I mean, it's just for our fan base, for the state of Alabama, for girls basketball in the state. That's as much as we build this program, we're also very proud of what we're trying to do to grow the game in the state. And so to have that opportunity, man, that would be amazing. So that's the goal, right? To get back to Birmingham. So we're going to work as hard as we can to make that happen.
Understandable. Congratulations again on getting the nod, getting the seed that you did, and we appreciate, as always, the time from both of you, Coach.
Thank you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Coach Christy Curry and Aaliyah Nye, Alabama women's basketball, joining us. We're coming back with more in a moment here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough. and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Don't stop planning for your future. Don't stop investing in your kids' education. Don't stop dreaming of that new home. And don't stop growing your business. Whatever you're passionate or dreaming about, don't stop. Because when you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Speak with a Trustmark associate today for advice on achieving your goals. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know that feeling when you're doing what you love? You're in the zone, truly and fully alive, lost in thought. You know what you're not thinking about? Insurance. That's where Alfa comes in. Alfa handles all things insurance, so you're free to do anything. So get out there and live your best life. Whatever your thing is, we've got you covered. That's life with Alfa Insurance. Visit alfainsurance.com to learn more.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Hey, get game ready by shopping Alumni Hall, your ultimate Crimson Tide shopping experience. Shop Nike and for all your officially licensed Bama gear. Head to Alumni Hall, Midtown Village, or shop alumnihall.com. Get $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Check them out at Alumni Hall. We got more of Hey Coach and the Nate Oats Show presented by Alfa Insurance coming up when we return to wrap it up on this Monday next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Each Monday night, join us for Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Live at 6 p.m. Central from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa. We'll talk Alabama athletics with Tide coaches and players, plus take your calls. Hey Coach is available to listen to across our radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as a video stream on all CTSN social media platforms at UA_CTSN. Hey Coach, Mondays at 6 p.m. on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. See the call as we make the call. Watch the courtside cam presented by NASCAR for each Alabama home basketball game. Streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms, you can get a front row seat to every big play and every reaction from the Alabama radio crew for men's and women's basketball. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X at UA_CTSN.
Wide open 9, left corner 3. Switch!
Hey, Alabama, celebrate with JMF Solutions. With nearly 2 decades of innovation, JMF proudly announces its $6.3 million award for Alabama's Middle Mile broadband projects. But wait, there's more. Introducing Prestige HealthNet, revolutionizing hospital IT services. Prestige brings professional solutions to rural hospitals, saving costs and elevating healthcare standards. Visit PrestigeHealthNet.com or call 251-517-4411 to learn more. JMF Solutions and Prestige HealthNet, building a brighter future for Alabama together. Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers, an Alabama tailgate tradition. Founded in Haleyville, Alabama in 1965, Guthrie's has been a Bama fan favorite for years. From your hometown to college towns all around, Guthrie's is still serving the family's original Southern fried chicken recipe just like always, fresh, hot, and fast. Make Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers the MVP of your next tailgate. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and now an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com.
Get deals on a new Toyota that feel like... Visit your local Toyota dealer for the Ready, Set, Go event. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through March 31st, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fee. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
Sports bring us together. The sickness can keep us apart. Don't miss out on what matters most. Vaccines help keep you in the stands while we are on the court. Staying up to date on your vaccines, including for respiratory viruses, keeps you in the game, protecting yourself and those around you. Be here, be healthy. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM for more information.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Founded in Haleyville, Alabama in 1965 by Hal and Melissa Guthrie, Guthrie's was America's first chicken finger restaurant. Guthrie still uses the family's original Southern fried chicken recipe in every chicken finger they serve. Fresh, hot, and fast. Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers has been Alabama owned and operated since 1965, and Guthrie's is still growing strong. Come see us soon. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com.
Well, again, we know that the Alabama men are going to play against Robert Morris on Friday. It's an 11:40 Central tip from Cleveland. Airtime 10:30 a.m. tip right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Hey, if you missed any portion of tonight's show, you can always catch it on demand on our Alabama Insider podcast. Download and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Hey, Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance. For the Vice President, General Manager of the Crimson Tide Sports Network, Jim Carabin, our social media video coordinator, Ethan Carabin, Tom Stipe, Jerry Kelly, and the rest of the crew, I'm Chris Stewart. Thanks for joining us, and good night from Baumhower's